Just sure the volume's working, and we'll get started. All right, good evening, everybody. This is Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you in the Breaking Weather Center. Senior Forecaster, um, Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you. We have some tornado warnings in process. Just a second. All right, we have a couple tornado warnings. This is why we're kind of popping on to let you know about here. We have a couple confirmed reports of tornadoes, so we'll zoom in here and we'll take our tracks off so we can see what's going on. Tornado warning in process into about 6:15 at 5:41. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 8 miles west of Marble Rock, moving at 16 miles south of Madison City. So this is Wisconsin up here. Looks like moving at 30 miles an hour. So hazardous tornado. So this is up here in the Iowa area, but so we have weather spotters have reported a funnel cloud with this storm. So definitely, if you in this area, if you want to be taking your tornado precaution area right now, is go to the basement, lowest floor of your home, and look at this. Goodness gracious. This thing tightened up, gate to gate sheared, and like I tell you again, that means wind's coming in, wind's coming out. That is some pretty decent wind shear you have, and that is a tornado warning that goes through about 6:15. So we definitely want to take this very seriously right now. Then we even have a tornado, confirmed tornado right now. So let's take a look here. Tornado warning, and that one has just the damage in tornado has dropped, but before I end up sending you back here, we do have another storm is trying to tie it up a little bit. That gate to gate sheared right there. We got another storm by Floyd. That's giving me a pretty decent sign of some more tightened rotation. So we could be getting another tornado warning to form with that. And the echo tops with this. Look at this. Gosh. Are you kidding me, folks? We're getting some pretty decent high echo tops with this tornado warning right here. And you can see, let me get a new update. I just think we have a new warning, or that just the one has expired. We'll see just a second what happens. This very strong echo tops with these are pretty strong today. So this is what we have to watch. Very decent echo tops with these storms today. So we'll switch over here. I like to see if we have any debris with this. So if you live in Marble Hill, if you don't have no debris yet, that's some good news. Checking for potentially very tight rotation because this tornado could be on the ground, folks. This is a pretty decent tight rotation. All right, now it's even tightened more. So let me see what's going on the Storm Community chat. So just give me a second. I'm waiting on the radar to load back. Yeah, that is a pretty decent tight rotation, folks. If you're in the tornado polygon, you need to go to your tornado precaution area right now. This is a tornado warning, and this is why we're came on air to let you know we have a tornado warning. And I'm just reading some of this here. Take cover if you live in Marble Rock. If you're in Marble Rock, you need to be in your tornado precaution area right now because this storm is a pretty decent size of rotation. This is gate to gate sheared, winds coming in and winds coming out. So if you live in that area, you need to go to your tornado precaution area right now. So this is a tornado warning. That is very tight rotation. I'm not to imagine if there's not a tornado on the ground with this storm. So let me get Ian in right now and see if he could actually. So this is been an active afternoon of the storms. This all blew up, and I forgot to tell everybody before we came on, we do have a tornado watch that goes through 11 p.m. So our threat of severe weather could go through 11 o'clock. So we definitely got to keep that in mind. So right now, we're on because we have a tornado warning in process right now. And we definitely need to keep that in mind, but we are continuing to track severe thunderstorms and even tornado warnings. So yeah, if you're in this pink box right here shaded, you need to go to a tornado. If you live in Rockport area, Marble Rock, you need to be in a tornado safe spot right now. This storm is very tight. We got even a red marker that indicates some very strong rotation. There could be a very tight wind shear with this. So especially up here by Floyd, I've been keeping an eye on the storm since we've been on air. That storm is starting to tight up again more. That could give us another tornado warning. If that continues to tight up, we'll have another one just up there. So we're continuing to watch this, checking debris, just make sure this is not spitting anything out at us, and we don't have anything quite yet. So we got a tornado warning that runs through parts of Marble. That runs through about 6:15. So it's moving east at 25 miles an hour. Weather spotters have reported a funnel cloud with this, and I'm not surprised. That is tight rotation. The problem is that funnel cloud could get to the ground, so we need to be watching that really closely, just to see if it does reach the ground or not. So right now, a new marker trying to indicate a new storm trying to spin. So I'm not going to be surprised if this spot over here would go under another tornado warning. We would have to watch that. So right now, if you're just joining me from home, whatever you're doing tonight, we are tracking these streak thunderstorms that have been blowing up, and that's why we're continuing to watch this. Thunderstorm over here, a melt area. This storm here doesn't have no rotation with it, but I need to put it in our other site just to see what it pops up. And any of these storms tonight could have a little bit of the spin to them, and that's why I'm concerned that we'll have tornado warnings a lot more, because there's going to be tight couplets. And this one up here towards Orchard and Floyd is a little tight. We'll have to watch that. But if you're in Marble Rock, you need to go to a tornado safe spot. This is tight rotation. I don't see any signs of a debris ball, so that's some good news, but this is some very tight rotation. So we want to probably stay on the air with me to 6:15 this evening. I'm going to check the chat, make sure we don't have any reports of damage coming in quite yet, because this is what we do here, is make sure we don't have any.
Could be on the ground, folks.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to see if we have any. Tornado watch goes through about 11 p.m. So that's what a couple tornadoes, this evening, and that's why we're continuing to tell you this system is pretty strong tonight. So we are going to continue to watch it. I'm watching my cell phone, make sure we don't have any reports coming in at the time. And right now I don't. We just have the tornado warning, and that's why we're decided to pop on to let you know what's going on. I just want to make sure we don't have any new updates coming in. Still tornado warning that continues for parts of, and that runs through about south central Floyd County, southwestern Floyd County, and that's still booking at 25 miles out. Again, they're still big. We've got that pink color. That's indicate us some pretty decent strong signs of rotation, and we did have a funnel cloud reported right here, 2 miles circulation funnel cloud, but it's actually touched the ground. So we did have one report coming in earlier of a tornado. A funnel just touched the ground, so that's never good when that happens. But same cell we're watching is, we did have just some more information that came through the desk here. We did have one report of a train spotter reported of a brief Clare Lake area. That'd be from the Iowa area of a brief touchdown. So yeah, this just tells you we get brief touchdowns a lot. Excuse me. And these are all isolated sales that we don't like seeing. So right now, you just join me. I'm going to have to watch these sales too, because these are isolated. These could produce a brief tornado also too. So if you live in any of these areas tonight, just be aware, because some of these storms could give you a little trouble. So let me back out here, and I got to fix something on my computer. Alright, I'm back. I just had to fix something on my computer here, my headphones. Alright, we still have a tornado warning, and the other one has expired, so it looks like we're going to have to switch gears again. Switch back here. We just have a damaging tornado right now again, so we want to have to switch gears again and probably stay with you for a little longer until this kind of expires. So, tornado warning is in effect the 6:15, but right now at 5:56, just about a few minutes ago, a confirmed tornado was near Marble. A confirmed tornado was near Marble Rock, or 11 miles southwest of Charles City, moving at 25 miles an hour. So focus is booking at 25. Damaging tornado and quarter size hail. That's what the storm we were looking at earlier that was really trying to tide up more. So you definitely need to be in a tornado, get into your tornado safe spot immediately. This is a tornado warning. This is a confirmed tornado right now. Red next to green. That is gate to gate sheared. This is a tornado warning right now that goes through about 6:15. Just be right back. Alright, so if you're in the warning, you need to be seeking shelter now with this tornado warning. We already had a report of the fire department report of a tornado with this, and we still have another report of that tornado touchdown. This storm is very tight, so if you live in the tornado polygon, you need to be seeking shelter now. Just reading through here, reading the notes coming in from things. See what we got here. Alright folks, I just checked online. We do have some photos coming in of this tornado. So will pop up real quickly and just show you that. Let me switch gears here a minute and go to my Facebook. I don't show it very often, but since we're getting some photos of a tornado coming in, I like to show coverage. Let me see if I can find them, and I can type the Storm Chaser, whoever has this. Alright, I think we got it right here, too quick. Alright, folks, I got the picture coming in. This looks like a pretty decent tornado that popped up. Doesn't look like a strong tornado, but any tornado that you get doesn't look very good. So, we'll stop the screen here a minute and go to this. And I'll show you what we got in place. And you can see the tornado right there. That is a pretty decent tornado that formed with this storm here. And you can see the funnel there. And it looks like it's touching the ground. So that is a pretty decent tornado. And let me send this to the group right quick so we can get things going. I'm still going to keep the radar up. Let's see if this works good or not. Alright, make sure. Alright, that's not going to work. So I'm going to send this to my group. So we'll take a look at some of the other pictures just in a second. But like I said, that is a tornado with these storms. And we definitely need to be watching that sail. Because that is a decent tornado picture. And here's another one that we got in place. Just about the same. Switch off here to my... And you can see that is a tornado. We're starting to see that it's so far away. But this still looks like a pretty decent tornado. I want to make sure that it's a tornado or that's just a funnel. But that is a tornado near Marble Rock. And inside the lift... The side it has since lifted, so that is good. But so that is a good shot of the tornado, but that still looks scary. So definitely, we did with a small tornado, and that just can happen a lot. Let me see if we got any more, and you can see how far away this thing is. It's very far. We're already having that tornado. The funnel it's a very small tornado, looks like. I mean, maybe F0 but it's still a tornado, but it can still cause some damage though. So we got to be mindful of that. So that's all we have on that side. I am gonna clear out my Facebook and get us back to radar. I'll have to pull this up here a minute. Here we are. We'll analyze this. And you can see we've been on coverage for about... Let's see here. We'll get radar back up for us again. Back out. This is the way I want this to be. So we've been on for 8 minutes. Almost. 18 minutes. And we've been having these storm activities. We're starting to get more isolated sails are popping up. And that's going to lead to more tornadic weather. So... We'll zoom in here. Tornado warning continues about 6:15. It's booking at let's see, 25 miles an hour. We'll put in our debris ball, and I'm just gonna make sure we don't see anything. But look at our shear rate. And that's still, if you live in near Marble Rock, that is the tight rotation. That is very tight. Right there by Marble Rock, that's where you get into the trouble. That's where the strongest part of that rotation is at. So if you live in Marble Rock, you need to be in your tornado precaution area right now. Is move away from, away from windows. And go to the basement if you have one. If you don't have a basement, I always tell kids at safety days and stuff like this to go to the lowest floor. Put a mattress between you. Put a helmet, especially a helmet. That would protect yourself from flying debris. Is the helmet. So definitely make sure you have that to protect yourself from flying debris. So if you just joined us, we have a tornado warning that goes in effect into 6:15, And we already had several report of a tornado over here. Then we had another one that just a train weather spotter reported law enforcement report of a tornado, a brief tornado on the ground earlier, and we've seen that, and it did over Clear Lake, Madison City, with unfirmed damage at this time. So we don't know if it did any damage or not. So that's some good news. So we'll move in here. It's still tight rotation, so that needs to be kind of watched as we're continuing our coverage right now. Little warnings. We've been ignoring that, but we do have a couple tornado warnings we need to cover. But this is a severe thunderstorm warning over here for parts of north central Spray County in north central Nebraska, western Douglas County, in eastern Nebraska, eastern Snyder County, eastern Nebraska to 6:30 Eastern Daylight Time. At 6:04, severe thunderstorm is located in Yannon, or 17 miles south of Odom, moving northeast around 25 miles an hour. So hazardous. Ping pong ball size hail and 60 miles of wind gusts. So this is going to come a hail threat right over here. So we'll switch in with our Wicklid. Well, I like it, and there is tons of hail with this. So we could see some hail. I mean, not all the visors got canceled yet. Let me see if that. But the storm over here is capable of producing some very large hail with this storm, and that runs through 6:30. But the wind threat is about still there. We can see winds over 60 with that thunderstorm warning. And then we still got another severe thunderstorm warning that runs through 6 for south central Fillmore County, central Nebraska, and north central Feeder County in central Nebraska to 6:30. At 5:57, a severe thunderstorm is located near Vernon to near York, moving at 20 miles an hour. So $half size hail at Vernon at 5:50. So train weather spotter. So this is mainly going to be another hail threat with this, and you can see the hail threat is very large, 1.25. So that's still enough to cause some problems too. So we still have the tornado warning up here in parts of Iowa. If you all joining this or have been joining me this evening, we did have one report. A couple reports of tornado did touch a little bit. So no injuries. So that is some fantastic news, but we don't have no injuries at the time. We'll just have to see after this storm passes in case we do right now. Checking the chat, make sure we don't have anything different. I think they just issued another tornado warning for Floyd County, and that goes through in Choctaw County. That runs through about 7 p.m. So we would probably going to have to stay with you guys once again because we have another tornado warning. I'll take a look at that just in a second. I'm reading and see if we have any new photos coming in, because this has been excuse me, an active afternoon. I mean active even of storms coming in now. So I'll put the pause here and let's see what we got in place. Alright, they still got the damaging one. They added just this new tornado warning right over here. That goes through 7 p.m. And doesn't look too good. South Central Floyd County and South Central Ohio. South Central Choctaw County and North Central Ohio into 7 p.m. At 6:08, a confirmed tornado was located near Marble Rock, or 8 miles southwest of Charles City, moving at 30 miles an hour. Hazards: damaging tornado and quarter-size hail. Weather spotters have confirmed a tornado with this. So, I mean, if you live in Nash around 6:35 and Onterton around 6:40. So this is a tornado warning. Transfer rainfall could hide this tornado. So we'll zoom in a little more closely, and you can see there's why. We got the red next to green. Let's see what we got here. I'll switch back out. That's the only way to do it. We had another report of a tornado in Charles City. So we're getting reports of tornadoes a lot everywhere. This is a bunch of supercells are forming, and this is why we're trying to tell you. It could be the same tornado trying to form again. If you live in this polygon, you live in Marble Rock, you need to go to your tornado precaution area right now. Lowest floor, the center part of your house. Put many walls between you as possible. This is a tornado warning. This is another one of those damaging tornadoes, so you definitely want to be taking your tornado precaution area right now is to the lowest floor of a building. And we're going to stay with this for a little bit and see what happens. Right now, I don't got any new photos coming in. We want to continue to watch to see if we get any new viewers. If we don't get any new viewers, then we're going to have to, let me see here, turn the volume off just for a second. And like I said, we already had a video came in on Facebook of this tornado moving. So we need to be watching that real closely. I just think the National Weather Service isn't had, and you can see very tight rotation. We can see some hail with this, and maybe some large hail. Our markers are showing me almost up to 2 inches. So I'll switch back here, and you can see 2-inch hail. That's still enough to cause problems. Do we have any debris yet? I'm kind of taking a look and just to see here about this. It's because we did have one report of a tornado was on the ground. This could be the same supercell, folks, so we definitely got to have to keep that in mind. So I'll be with you for a little while to see, even probably to 7 o'clock, till we having these damaging tornadoes kind of die off. But that is a very tight circulation. Let me be right back. I got to get some water. Alright, we're still on because we have this one damaging tornado. If it goes radar indicated, then we'll probably send things back for a little bit. Alright, we're still on with you. That still showed me a pretty decent sign of rotation there. Tornado warning continues to about 7 p.m. Excuse me. And you can see it takes it all the way to Antalion or something. It takes it all the way there. So that's what concerns me, folks. We already had a funnel cloud here, a touchdown here, a touchdown there, a touchdown here. That just tells you what these storms do. That this could be the same tornado, and that's what I'm concerned about. This could be the same one that is just deforming. So this is how we get in the spring these individual supercells. And you can see that is a pretty decent size of a rotation that is tightened up still. And just taking a look here at any new videos are coming in. That always helps when people capture pictures of these tornadoes if they can. That always makes it good. So we need to Continue to watch that. Just checking on my Facebook in and see if we have anything different, and we don't right now. Alright, just got some messages from Forecast in. Tornado still been confirmed with this, and that was about 6:13. And now he's saying numerous reports of coming in of touchdowns. Alright, so that's never good. In said, hold on a second. Alright, so we're still tracking. In said he's been hearing reports of numerous touchdowns with this. So that's why we're having the tornado warning in process. So it's damaging tornado. Now it's booking at near Charles City at moving east at 30 miles an hour, folks. And it's right in the outflow boundary. That's what's making it worse. So you're in the tornado polygon. Take cover immediately. This is why we're on air. This is why we're continuing to be on air with you. It's because we get these damaging tornadoes. So right now, joining me tonight in the weather team, we're trying to track these tornado warnings for you, and we're getting some thunderstorm warnings to the south of this area. These have been mainly hail producers and some damaging wind producers. So we'll switch back to this one severe thunderstorm warning, and because the reason why it's been more stronger over there, and looks like Ian said which was shared unavailable with shared up to 150, so that's pretty strong. That's why we're continuing to have these tornadoes. So we'll switch in with our echo tops. Doesn't look too bad over here on this one severe thunderstorm warning, but it's still the potentially for large hail is where we're going up with that too. So the tornado warning runs in effect, and I'm trying to get back over here where we can see what was, and you can see there's some very large hail with that. Checking with the potentially tornado warning continues into around 7 p.m. We'll analyze this again. Just wait on the next scan, and you can see there's a marker there. So we'll analyze this. Still looks pretty strong. And we've been on for 32 minutes with you because this one sail went out and quit. So right now, we do have a tornado warning right in here. So let me try to... And the problem is we're getting more of these isolated cells behind it. And these little thunderstorm cells here, those could get strong too. And yeah, red next to green, that is a pretty strong sheared rate. And let me go back in here a minute. And that is still tight. Let me take a photo of this so my team members can see this. I do have to shut the light off because I can take it pretty good. And circle the area. So we're tracking the tornado warning that goes through 7 p.m. And right now it's still a damaging tornado. We'll have to see if it updates. Look at the potentially of the debris. If we don't have no debris, this one could just be in an open spot. So that's one thing we have to watch. Echo tops have been pretty decent. There's the pink color. That's never good. When you have the pink color, that just means we have a pretty decent sized debris with this. Not debris, but very strong height in these storms, and you can see that is a pretty decent storm. That is red next to green and gate to gate sheared. We've been watching this developing a a lot this evening, and that's what's causing that. Just looking in my chat room here, just see what we have, and nobody's sent nothing quite yet. But like I said, at 7 p.m., if the warning goes radar indicated, we'll send things back for a little bit because we've been on with you for just a little bit. If you live in Nashant, Ohio, you need to be taking cover. That's what it says here. And there's just, I get more photos are coming in, and that was 24 minutes ago of a funnel cloud. So I'll switch back to radar. I'll take this off for a little bit because we'll go back to my Facebook because I'm getting more photos in from storm chasers are showing images of this, and that was going to be really the problem is you getting these tornadoes or have the right ingredients to get it. First of all, I'll show you two of them. This is a large tornado 2 miles east of Marble Rock, Ohio. That was at 6:11. So this is never good. So I'm trying to get this pulled up right. So we'll switch gears. I'll stop the screen for a minute, and we'll switch. I'm trying to get everything pulled up right. This is that large tornado, and it's kind of hard to see this because the rain is coming down. That's why we always try to tell you, take cover when the warning gets issued. This is about 6:11 when this happened. That was that large tornado. So that's on the ground. We had a large tornado over there. And that's not Marble Rock, what we've been watching from the last couple hours. I've been trying to tell you, we definitely need to be watching these sails as it approach, you know. So, right now, I'm going to go back to my Facebook. Sorry to coughing a little bit because I've been actually running the the page for quite a while, and that's why I got me some water so I could continue to talk and not lose my voice. Alright, here we go with I'm trying to find the other tornado picture because there was another one on here. Let me go on my page because I got that. Alright, here it is. Let's see, go to... Alright, it's a meteorologist I found. Let's pull this up because we already looked at the first one, and that one was just a VO. Maybe I just did it. Alright, this is still in the same area. This is that funnel. This is at the beginning, folks, when we just came on tonight. When I first broke in tonight. This is what that funnel cloud looked like. We had a funnel earlier, and you can see that happened when I first broke in. That's the funnel. It's not touching the ground. To watch sometimes, those funnel clouds just pop up. And that's what leads to these spin-up tornadoes. So, definitely, that was a really good picture we had. So, let's go back to our radar. So, we still got the tornado warning. That goes through about 7 p.m. And I hope this expires or gets canceled so we can sign off. If not, we'll stay at the desk where we are. So, so we have a tornado warning right here. It looks like some of the wind shear is kind of going down. Because look, a few hours ago it was really speeding up. But now, maybe some of the sunshine's going down and helping. But there's just a lot of shear to this. So, let's see what the Weather Service does. I'll check here. Don't see any huge shear with that. I mean, not any debris. Check our echo tops. It's still there in the pink color. So this is a pretty decent, strong tornadic storm. But you're still in the tornado one. what radar I should use. Yeah, let's see, because there's different ones it picks it up better at. Because over here by Floyd area was the one that really got hit. And now some of the tornadic weathers up here by Joyson area, that's where we're starting to get some more rotation at. But the tornado warning could get expired eventually if it continues to... but now it's trying to cycle right back. So let's see. That was tight. This is about 5:54 when we really jumped on, and now it's starting to re-tight right back, maybe. So if that continues to tight back, there will be a extension on these tornado warnings again. So yeah, we would definitely going to have to watch this if it continues. And we already just got a new message coming in from the movement at 30 miles an hour. Weather spotters have confirmed multiple brief tornadoes. So we already had multiple brief tornadoes with this tornado warning. So you need to go to your tornado safe spot. Make sure you put many walls between you as possible this evening, folks. I mean, we've been having multiple tornadoes been developing this evening. And like I said, this is why we tell you to take cover. Do not wait on these tornadoes. Do not go out there and take photos when it's going on. You need to get to your safe spot now, because we've been already having multiple funnels been dropping and touchdowns. We only know it takes the one tornado that comes down the street, and then that's a bad day. So it tightens up a little bit. So let's see what it says here. Damage and tornado. And just checking debris, make sure we don't have any. Let's see, sometimes this looks, nothing has expired. It just does this sometimes. Let me see if the internet went out on me. Alright, here it is, it's back. So switch back to our radar. It's still tightened up a little bit. So if that continues, we'll be under another tornado warning. That's why we're going to stay with this and kind of until it lifted a little bit. Because the echo tops are still there. That means this is still a strong sail. And you get very large hail with that. That's still showing me some hail. And it still shows me some shear there. But it maybe looks a little bit better than it did. Hope it continues. If it continues not to tie up like this. I mean, but I'm not going to let my guard down, because this tornado already has been multiple reports this evening of tornado touchdowns. So that's never good when you have that. These severe thunderstorm warnings are been having a lot of hail. So that's going to be a problem too. Once you get tennis ball or more than that, that'd be a problem. So we want to continue to watch this. Somebody said hello from YouTube. I'm glad everybody's trying to tune in tonight. What's going on? We are tracking tornado warnings this evening. We already had multiple touchdowns and multiple reports of tornadoes in Iowa once again. And this is, yeah, look at here. Goodness gracious, that is starting to tighten right back up. So we could be getting another tornado with this. I'm not going to be surprised, because by Nash and up to the north of that, that is still showing me signs of very strong to way of wind sheared. Well, that's still tightened up. So that still looks like a tornado developing. So we need to be keeping that in mind. I'm going to check the chat here. And just show everybody what's going on here. Because we normally get, when we have these events, I always get new checking everything, make sure we don't have any new pictures of funnel clouds or anything like that. But I don't see any more funnels on here, so maybe this is trying to. We'll take a look. And I'm kind of waiting on the damage in Tornado, Texas, maybe to stop, because what we've been having is that these sales have been ramping up a lot, and that's this is what we've been kind of watching. So right now, nothing at the desk on the tornado warning. I mean, I hate to send things back, and we get more reports coming in. Let's see what we got here. Switch back here. I don't see any. This is a tool we see had any debris, and right now I don't see no debris. So that is some good news that we don't have any. For echo tops, and there is tons of that pink, and now the pink's kind of losing at the next scan, but the red's still there, so we're going to have to watch that. So I don't know what the weather surface is going to do up here. I'm kind of waiting to see what they kind of do. Switch back to our next scan. It'll probably update just in a second. Then we'll see what we'll do, because we've been having so many tornado warnings have been issued this evening, and that's why we've been kind of on for the next the last 46 minutes we've been on. I checked in with the Storm Prediction Center right now while we're waiting and see what kind of if they want to extend the tornado watch or just keep it what they're at. That's what I'm kind of seeing. I got a blue circle here. 40% of inch in a watch. I don't know if they'd be. They could downgrade this to a severe thunderstorm watch, because this is maybe going to look like more of a damage and wind threat, or just keep it as a tornado threat. I don't know. I'll send it to my chat here. Sorry about I just been talking for several hours, and that's what's doing this. Sometimes it does this a lot. So just give me a second. So let's try to analyze this again. Damage and tornado still. It's booking at 30 miles an hour. We'll see what it does now. And you can see it's racing pretty quick. So if you live in Nash, you definitely, it's still in the tornado warning. It's still checking with our tool that we see any debris, and I don't see any right now, so that's good. Let's check in with our echo tops. They're still there. I mean, the northern part of that's where the echo tops are at, where we can see some pretty decent ones. But taking a look at for hail tonight, this is it was large. Now it's just an inch. So that's probably just quarter size hail, if it's even reaching the ground. But this storm is trying to retight stuff back, but it's red next to green, so that is very tight. So we could be getting an extension on this tornado warning if it continues to get that way. So that's why we're remaining to stay on the air with you, just in case this would get more stronger. So let me get my water here again, so we can continue to watch this. Looks like tornado warning. It continues now. It's still in effect to 7, but red next to green, that's still some decent shear there. But so far, the whole time, I think we did it. We didn't have no debris ball. Or it maybe pops in, you just can't see it sometimes. But this debris ball, I don't really see it. We had multiple reports of touchdowns. I don't think calling this an outbreak or anything, but like I said, just tells you we got these individual supercells that like to pop up. And this is the environment, but we could get them easy to pop in. Like we're getting over here in some areas, like in parts of, let's see what the severe thunderstorm one's at in Nebraska. I'm getting reports of 1.25 inches of hail, so that just tells you 1 inch. The inch 1.25 from Twitter, so that just tells you we're getting, and I'm starting to get a new marker trying to set up here again, but just let me see if that's, because any of these markers are getting tight, like this one up here by Johnson and Poyntonville, that is showing me signs of some rotation too. So we could be getting another tornado, especially by Nash area. If you live in Nash, you definitely want to be in your tornado precaution area, because this storm is still showing me signs of some tight wind shear. And the echo tops are maybe moved a little bit to the east a little bit. And that just, let me see what, now that kind of moved, the pink's kind of gone. Let me check the wind velocity again, and see what we got in place. And you can see 7 p.m. the tornado warning would expire. We hope so, because we've been on for a little while with you. But we got to keep everybody informed and updated. So, like I said, we need to check in here on Facebook and see what's been going on. Just got some new photos are coming in right now, so we'll put the last frame here. Here we are at 6:38. We're still joining you because we have this damaging tornado. It could be moving out of the viewing area eventually, but like I said, we got more photos for you. I'm going to analyze this while we're on air, and just stop the screen for you. We'll get it right back up just in a second. I just got to go to my Facebook again and pull up all these tornado pictures that are coming in. And this just tells you we've already been. This is north tornado just east of Rock, Iowa. So this just tells you we're getting more photos of these tornadoes that are coming in on Facebook, and looks kind of scary. Here's one of them again. We will show you, and you can see it's touching the ground. Is that there? I can't pronounce the damage probably, because I don't. It probably have to survey anything, but at least it's out in the field a little bit. But that's one of the tornadoes that hit. And let me go here through this again and show you another one. And you can see we got one of these tornadoes a little bit, and you can see it's moving different ways. So that looks very scary. So yeah, that is a tornado right there. And you can see there's another one I'm trying to set up again, and that's does it look like an elephant trunk? That's, if you get these these little tornadoes like this, they can still do damage. So you definitely want to be in your tornado safe spot if you're in these storms. And that just tells you now that's trying to pick up a little bit of debris right over here, a little bit of dust. That's why, because when tornadoes are in the field, they do that all the time. So we want to keep you informed on that. Get radar back going. So I'm glad people share these. I'm glad these storm tracers do share stuff like this, so we could get photos on our videos and our coverage. So we'll put our update again. If you live in Nash area, you're still under the tornado warning about 7 p.m. Very strong sign of rotation with that. That's gate-to-gate sheared. Winds coming in and winds coming out. Let me check the chat room. Sorry about my... Now we're continuing to get severe thunderstorm warnings in place. So that just tells you this severe thunderstorm threat, tornado threat continues, because these storms could actually get, could cause some damage also too. So we have to watch those storms really closely sometimes as they continue. And this threat of storms is really ramping up. We are starting to have that tornado warning that goes through 7 p.m. Let me check my radar for a second. Alright, so we'll check the wind shear again while we're on. And you can see Nash is still under the tornado warning, and that still is booking at 30 miles an hour. So we'll check in with our... I don't see, but this has been a day. Not a day, but even where we've seen multiple touchdowns. We got one there, one there. I think this could be the same tornado, so we'll have to watch that. So we are getting a couple more sales forming. There's just 30%, but if it hits the right environment, we could get some more storms of mainly just hail producers. Because, I mean, these storms are just separate from each other. And while we're kind of waiting, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued again. And let me see what we got over here. And this severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect at 7:30 out here in Nebraska. This is mainly for about up to 2-inch hail and 60 miles of wind gusts. So that just tells you we need to look at this. Need to be close to the radar. You can see very large hail here. And once you get that kind of a hail, 2 inches enough to start breaking wind gusts. So that's what we have to watch. Still got the marker continue now. Tornado warning continues about 7:30. 7 p.m. And just not very good here. Because now we're starting to get a little bit of a debris ball. Let me see if that's... I'll send this to the page here a minute. So yeah, we're starting, looks like, the Navy to get a alright, we just Navy picked up a little something here when we're on air. A little small debris ball, Navy. If that continues, that would never be good. But that just popped up so quickly. Maybe it did a debris flee. That was the debris ball. Then it spin backed up. So right now, tornado warning continues about 7 p.m. I'm just waiting to see if we have anything else with this warning. This has been what we've been on for the last. It's looking at 30 miles an hour. So we'll see what we got here. So right now, we'll analyze this again because I'm going to back out the whole area so everybody can see what we're doing. We've been having so many reports coming in tonight. The report the funnel clouds and things like that. Alright, we just have a tornado warning. Just continues to be issued now. That's what we need to be concerned with. So let me show you here that because that same tornado warning just continuing to get issued. It's because so let me so we'll probably be with you for a little longer tonight because we're continuing to get tornado warnings. Just got a report coming in. We'll look at the one from Nash area. I'm going to have to take the tornado box off just for a second here so I could just see what I'm doing. The warning's still there. We have a report in Nash phone posts. So we just getting some, and I knew there's could be some crop damage a little bit. with this. So yeah, we're getting some damage from some telephone poles and some corn with this. So that's never good. Tornado warning. That one to this, and you can see we'll check in with the debris ball. We'll switch back and make sure that's doing okay. At 6:44, a confirmed tornado was located near Huntington, or 8 miles southwest of New Hampton, moving at 30 miles an hour. So this is booking at 30 miles an hour, folks. Hazardous. Damage in tornado and quarter-size hail. Weather spotters have confirmed multiple tornadoes with this. So, like I said, I've been telling you everybody all even. If you're in the warning, you need to be taking your tornado precaution areas right now. The safest place. I mean, this is a tornado warning. This has been the same sales tonight has been producing these tornadoes really quickly. So we had that tornado warning to 7:30 this evening. So far, this is a damaging tornado once again. What we've been tracking for the last couple of hours, we've been on for an hour and 1 minute with you, tracking these storms. I was on, I think, almost close to 6 o'clock with you, but now we've been on for almost probably for an hour or so. So we're continuing to track these storms coming in, and we're going to continue to do this. So tornado warning continues again, and I'm getting some more photos again, and this is from Charles City, and that is in the town. And let's check this out here. Back out here, because if eventually Isaac will be coming with me, I hope, because he's probably still at work, so it'll probably be me for a little while. We'll be staying with you just for a little while, right quickly. Okay, so right now we want to clear off the stuff off that. And you can see here what we got in place. We still got this coming in from Storm Community. I got and you can see that looks like a little elephant trump there, tornado, but it's very low, so that is on the ground. So we do have a tornado. It's on the ground, folks. So you got to take the storm very seriously, because this is on the ground. So definitely, we still got tornadic weather with this. So we definitely got to take this very seriously. So we're still breaking in this evening, because we're still having tornado warnings in process, and we'll back out, analyze everything. And this is just continuing. So unless we get some relief of this radar indicator, we'll sign off. But this tornado warning that goes in effect at 7:30, and it's just a damaging tornado. We're getting multiple reports of touchdowns with this. And a couple times I see debris balls on here. And these are indicated funnels or tornado touchdowns. And I'm worried about some more cells are trying to bubble up here. I mean, excuse me. These could just be the same thing. They could indicate of spinning into tornadoes, and that's what I'm worried about. These individual cells this evening. And this is the area we've been having these little isolated storms tonight. I popped in. And I'm waiting on a new watch to get entered. It'll probably be a tornado watch. We did have one report of a large above ground. A large above ground. We're getting a lot of reports of tornadoes have been knocked. A lot of damage southeast of Marlborough. So we're getting some damage now, and I figured we would, as these storms are producing some hail also. So let me check in here with our Wicklet here and see what we got. So we're not going to end our coverage quite yet. I'm going to continue going. We do have almost an inch and a half, so that's still enough. Some very large hail with that, and our echo tops just going right back up into the red color. Once they go up that high, that is, these storms are very high today. So you definitely want to take these storms seriously. And the National Weather Service just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is in effect for 60. So let me just be right back. I'm gonna in a second, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we still have the tornado warning, and we still got a tornado warning to 7. The one for 7 p.m. has got canceled. About 7 p.m. almost. And we still have this tornado warning. And this other one goes for Flick area that goes through 7:30. So and you can see there is some wind, very tight shear with this. So there could be a tornado on the ground. We're getting photos coming in again. And like I said, this is one of those we definitely got to take seriously, folks. I know we've been dealing with this the last couple of months, but we got to take these storms very seriously. So right now we got a tornado warning, and you can see, looking at any debris with this, and that just tells you we do or not. And the bottom line, we don't have any right now, but this severe thunderstorm warning mainly is for 60 miles of wind gusts, and it now does have a text here. It's saying we could have a tornado with it. There could be some shear with this storm, so we could have a severe thunderstorm warning that could be trying to rotate. I'm not going to be surprised if this one goes under a tornado warning either, because that storm could rotate. And while we're on air with you, I'm going to keep this thing up. And we're going to continue with the coverage along. We have tornado warnings and stuff, especially up here. We do have a tornado watch. And I was meant to show that when we first came on about 5 o'clock. Okay, so here's the... Alright, here we go. We do have severe thunderstorm, tornado watch will go through the North Dakota area. This got injured at 6 o'clock. This will go through 10 o'clock tonight, too. So, main threat is a couple tornadoes. Winds over 75 and 2.5, so that'd be almost hail up a tennis ball. So that got injured at 6 o'clock this evening. I kind of knew that would happen, but but there's been watches been injured most of the day. But there's just some new information trying to come out in the next couple hours. So, like I said, our has went up today. I mean, where we thought the biggest shear was going to be at, and we only had 5% chance tornadoes, and a couple of these have been not good today. So we definitely need to be keeping that in mind. So right now, I'm going to look at the tornado warning, make sure it's still damaging tornado that goes through 7:30. And we're continuing to get photos and things in from this, but this still looks like so. Looking at echo tops, they still look like the same. Severe thunderstorm warning, and we keep tending to get funnels and all sort of stuff coming in. Checking here, red next to green. That's still gate to gate sheared there. So the next update is going to tell me. So we'll check for hail one more time. Yeah, hail's actually there. And quarter size and tornado. That's one thing that we do have this evening. And there are just more of these individual sales out here, folks. What we're going to have to watch. Checking here, there's just each one of these sales what we're going to have to really pay attention to. Yeah, all right, we're getting some more reports of hail coming in. Almost 2 inch hailstones. We're getting 1.5. That's ping pong with that. So that's a lot of hail with that one severe thunderstorm warning that will go through almost about for Douglas County. I hear that will expire at 7:30, and starting to get more circulation with that. Let me take a look here, and the circulation is trying to go back up. It'd be nice if they just canceled the tornado warning, so we'll send things back because we've been on for almost 2 hours with this coverage, and let's see what it looks like. All right, it's a radar indicated tornado right now, so we will continue to watch stuff. But like I said, what we need to do is, I'm still watching this one severe thunderstorm warning over here, and that includes Flickville, Kilometers, Spanville, and Jackson Jester area. I'm still watching this storm really closely because this storm does have a tornado text on it, and it does have pretty decent signs of rotation with it, and it could produce some hail with it too, so we would have to watch that. And tornado warning is in effect, and was in effect. Let me see if I hit a wrong button. That runs through 7:30. So it's a radar indicated tornado at the point. So what we want to do, since we've been on for 2 hours with coverage, we will moderate that severe thunderstorm warning. If it goes to a damaging tornado, or we think there's going to be a life-threatening situation, we will be back with you to keep you informed. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you with the whole weather team. We will continue to keep you updated.